Hey guys, welcome back to LavenderPolish. It has been so long, I'm so sorry. I've been working on some non-nail projects that I won't bore you with right now. So instead, I thought we could check out this cool design I made and let's get into it. We're starting out with Essie's Merino Cool. I love this polish. I mean, after the first coat, it's already almost fully opaque, which is why Essie stays as my go-to cream brand. But just the color itself is so unique and rich. I don't really know how to describe it. It's kind of in between like a purple and brown, but it's not too muddy or I don't know how to describe it. I just really like it. Anyways, even though it was looking pretty good with one coat, I threw on a second one just to make the color a little bit more rich, and oh my god, look how pretty it is. I'm tempted to stop the tutorial right there and just look at it for a little while, but no, we're gonna keep going. I'm taking some striping tape from Twinkle Tea and I'm laying it down in a diagonal line across my nail. And now I'm going to take some Simply Peel, which is a liquid latex, but fun fact, you don't have to put it around your cuticles. You can also put it over your nails to help block out certain parts that you don't want to have gradients or nail polish on them yet. So what I'm doing is I'm actually putting the liquid latex outside the two bits of tape to isolate them from the gradient we're about to do, as well as also covering up my cuticles as usual. So with Merino Cool and also Bahama Mama by Essie, we're basically going to create a super skinny vertical gradient to go between our bits of striping tape. And by the way, Essie creams like these blend so well together. Seriously, this took about 5 seconds to be seamless. Now, you didn't exactly have to make the gradient skinny because the liquid latex is going to protect it anyway, but I figured there's no point in wasting extra sponge if you don't need to. Alright, now for the fun bit, we're going to go ahead and peel everything off to reveal this fun little stripe. And honestly, I really like the design like this. I think if you put a top coat on it, this could be kind of a cute, more summery look, especially if you have some different colors going on. This might be a good design for someone to do. But we're gonna keep going. Now we're gonna get a little bit wild, so bear with me. I'm taking this little angled brush, also from Twinkle Tea. I'm gonna dip it in some Simply Peel, and I'm going to spread it across the gradient that we just made to protect it from our next gradient. I know it's a bit unconventional. Usually you do this design by doing the background gradient first, blocking off a middle stripe, and then just doing the middle gradient on top. But I want to do it this way, one, just to show you guys different ways that you can use Simply Peel and different versions of doing gradients, and two, just let it have a bit more control over the spacing and make sure that the stripe in the middle was going to be the size that I wanted it to be and wasn't going to get like lost or muddled or anything like that. Plus, doing this is actually a lot easier than you'd expect. The gradient that we're putting on top of it's kind of raised from the base, so it sort of makes its own little wall. It's very hard to go over the edges. So once we protected our cuticles, we're going to take these same two colors and make a basic vertical gradient on the sponge. But as we're dabbing them, we're going to hold the sponge at like a 35-ish degree angle so it becomes diagonal on our nail, and then we end up with this cute little corner gradient. Then I'm just going to re-up the sponge one time and repeat the process in the other corner so it looks like we have one big returning gradient in the background with a diagonal gradient cutting through the middle. But it's not. No one knows. No one knows that we went the complicated route with doing this. Optical illusions. Kind of, not really. Anyways, go ahead and peel everything off. And here you get the big reveal because you get to see the stripe looking nice and clean in the middle. Oh, I love how Simply Peel looks when it's coming directly off of a nail and it kind of reveals the design backwards like this. It's just so pretty. Make sure you're being careful with the tweezers. You don't want to accidentally dent the nail polish underneath because I'm using a peel off base coat and that can be a bit of an issue. Fortunately, that didn't happen here. One glossy top coat later and everything is looking nice and blended and beautiful. I loved how this turned out. I mean, they look kind of cool, right? It's kind of sick. I was super into these. Unfortunately, I did try to emulate Simply Nailogical a tiny bit too much by adding a hollow top coat, and it kind of totally ruined it. You can't really see the design, so let's just pretend that never happened and go back to the pretty version. Oh, and look how nice and not ruined it is. Anyways, that's about all I have for today. As usual, please tell me what you think down below, and I would love it if you could like and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye!